Hi, it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media here in Rotterdam with Lars Feller, the CEO of dship. Welcome, Lars. It's wonderful to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, so good. So you were on a panel looking at Project Cargo Outlook for the next 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So give us some sort of the headlines from your session.
I think what we can see is that the demand for certain cargo types is quite big, and that is also not only fixed volume-wise, but also for a few years in advance. And that's very important for us for investments into new buildings and so on, that we have that kind of commitment. It changed a few years ago that you get commitment in this shipping size up to 500 ton lifting capacity. And that's for the market a very good sign. Also gives us confidence that we're on the right track with our ships. In hindsight, we should have ordered maybe 2 or 3 more, but let's stay focused, and as we said, we want to grow in a sustainable way.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And your company has grown tremendously.
Yeah, we started in 2018 with 3 ships and 11 people, and now we have about 25 ships soon to come, and 60 people on global basis. But of course, it's one way to make it grow, but you have to be careful that you sustain it also. Otherwise, what we also don't want to do is to repeat the mistakes which have been done in the past. So that's our task.
Exactly. So what else did you talk about on the panel?
Basically, of course, the cargo types. I mean, wind renewables is quite obvious. It's a big driver for our segment. Oil and gas is coming up a lot. That's also good, that they're demanding tonnage and space in advance. And of course, you have these battery shipments for data centers and so on.
That's sort of a relatively new market.
And rapidly growing also. And interesting. But the main driver for us still is renewables and oil and gas. And if you look forward, let's say 28, 29, you see there's a certain demand, unless there's a severe impact in the world, which you don't see at the moment. But all going well, we have a certain coverage, and that gives us confidence.
Okay. We're in a period of fairly significant uncertainty. I think most people would agree right now. How are you weathering that? How's the do you think there will be a long-term impact?
Let's see, I mean, we have to stay flexible. That is proven over the last few years, that if you don't stay flexible and if you're not able to adjust your strategies quickly, then you might have a problem. But I mean, if you look at the last few years, how many events did we have? Now we had COVID-19, then we have the Russia-Ukraine war, now the Middle East crisis. And at least that shows, I mean, all not nice events, but it shows that we are quite resilient, and that I think the MPP sector, after several years, is on the right track.
And would you say that our resilience as an industry has grown since COVID?
That has grown a lot.
You do?
Yeah, and that is very important, that we have, again, this confidence. We talk to our clients, we see the cargo outlook, and again, flexibility and adjusting your strategy is very important, more than ever. If you look at the trade lanes, suddenly the Middle East is dead, so we have to reroute our vessels. So it's an everyday hard task, but again, MPP sector is much better than if you go 10 years ago, for sure. It's much better.
Yeah, and I think we can call it resilience, but I think it's also people have sort of hardened to upheaval. It's not quite as shocking, perhaps, and more can still make decisions when things are uncertain, instead of freezing.
Correct. I mean, that's what we learned during COVID-19, right? I mean, in the beginning, the world was shock frozen, but then you have to, I mean, the world keeps turning, so you have to move on. And then, as I said before, the fast is eating the slow, and not the big is eating the small.
Interesting.
And that for us has been good. We have the ability to make fast decisions and that's helped us a lot, especially during the crisis. Of course, you have to run in the right direction, otherwise also a problem. But I think we have done good decisions, and that shows in our growth. But again, we have to be humble about that because it can also collapse fast. So we have to make sure we sustain it.
Right. So what's ahead for dship?
Sorry?
What's ahead?
Let's see. Ask me in a few weeks and we can talk about that.
Okay. All right. It's a deal.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Lars. It was great
Thank
catching
you.
up with you.
Nice to see you again.